Namaste and Siddhi Pranam. Welcome to your today's topic, which is significance of Garbha Samskara. So let's dive deep into this ancient wisdom of Garbha Samskara. So the word Samskar is a concept that involves around lifestyle practices to inculcate noble virtues and reduce defects in one's personality. And it refers to repeating a designed action several times to ingrain them into one's very nature to instill good qualities and values in the subconscious itself. So one such process is called Garbha Sanskar. Garbh means womb and Sanskar means the virtue. So this is the specialized virtue that is designed to be practiced during pregnancy. So during pregnancy, a woman's body undergoes a lot of physical, emotional, hormonal, as well as psychological changes. And in this period, all the organ systems of a woman function to its maximum potential. So the health in aspects of emotional and neural development of the infant health, it primarily depends on the physical as well as the psychological well-being of the mother. Therefore, the mother requires special attention and care throughout the pregnancy. So according to ancient Indian tradition, the goal of marriage is to procreate good offspring. Similarly, the prime responsibility of parents is to raise their children as good human beings who will be useful to the society, the family, and themselves. So in the modern world where competition is high and humanitarian values are diminishing, the next generation must be equipped to address these challenges. So according to Garbha Sanskara, the art of man making starts right from the period of preconception. So Garbha Sanskara could be a solution to address all the kind of challenges that the new modern age is facing, probably lack of moral values in the societal terms. So Hindu philosophy states that the quality of life depends on prarabdha. Prarabdha means the deed of his or own previous birth. And Purusharth. Purusharth is the efforts in this birth that will lead to the life of values or virtues. So as we cannot mend our past life, so the focus should be in this life. So Garbha Sanskara is the process that is practiced by the parents to impart value to the unborn child. And the concept of Garbha Sanskara recognizes the significance of actively shaping an unborn child's character and values through conscious efforts made by the parents and family members. And by providing a nurturing and positive environment, practicing good virtues, engaging in rituals, prayers, and positive affirmation during pregnancy, they aim to enhance child's overall development and future prospects. So Garbha Sanskara is a discipline that needs to be followed by the parents for having a healthy progeny with good qualities. Garbha Sanskara helps to inculcate the desired physical, mental, and social characteristics in the child during pregnancy. So it is a process of designing a good human being by consciously educating them right from the period of preconception. And it ensures the maximum development of the fetus in all dimensions. So furthermore, it helps the mother to have a comfortable and joyful pregnancy journey. And Garbha Sanskara helps develop a strong bonding between the mother and the child. So Garbha Sanskara's process include preconceptual care, prenatal care, and Bal Sanskara, which is post-delivery care. So various recommended activities follows in the whole process, which includes Ayurvedic diet, including chanting, divine mantras, communicating with the baby, expressing the feeling, and doing meditation practices. And behind the birth of most masters like Swami Vivekananda, Adi Shankaracharya, Lord Buddha, there lies a story of prayer by their mothers, which is in line to Garbha Sanskaras. And you can find the stories of different kind of rituals being performed prior to the birth of these great beings. So let's dive into the 16 main sanskaras, the rites of passage in the Hindu life. So Manu Smriti, also known as the Laws of Manu, is one of the most important ancient Hindu texts that outlines the code of conduct, social customs, and ritual. This text is written in and around 200 BC, and within the Manu Smriti, there is a concept of samskaras, which are the rites of passage or sacraments that plays a crucial role in the life of an individual right from the birth to death. So there are 16 major samskaras in some variation in Hindu tradition. So 16 major samskaras, but there are some variation in certain Hindu tradition, but more or less they are 16, and 16 major and totaling around 40 samskaras, which are the minor ones also. So let's delve into the 16 major samskaras here. So the first is Garbhadhana. So this is the first samskara, which is the ceremony of conception, and it involves rituals and prayers performed by the couple before conception. And the goal is to seek blessings for a healthy and virtuous child. The second samskara is Pumsamana. Pumsamana is the samskara which is performed during the second or third month of pregnancy, and it involves rituals and prayers to ensure the well-being and development of the baby. The third one is Pumantanaya, which is a ceremony performed during the 7th month of the pregnancy. It involves the rituals to ensure the physical and mental well-being of the mother as well as the child. And the fourth one is Jatakarma, which is the samskara performed immediately after the birth of the child, and it involves chanting the Vedic hymns and prayers for the well-being and the longevity of the newborn baby. Fifth is Namakarna. Namakarna samskara is the naming ceremony performed on the 12th day after the birth, where the child is formally given a name. And this samskara symbolizes the formal entry of the child into the family and society. Now, sixth samskara is Nishkam Karmana Sanskara. So this samskara marks as the first outing of the child from the house, usually performed after 4 months of the birth, and it is believed to protect the child from evil spirits and negative energy. Now, seventh samskara is the Annaprashana Samskara, and it is the ceremony for the first feeding solid food to the child. And this is usually performed when the child reaches the 6 months or 1 year of age, and it marks the transition from milk to solid food. Now, the eighth sanskara is Chudakarna Sanskara, wherein it is also known as Mundan, and this is the ritual of shaving off the hair on the child's head for the first time, and it is usually performed during the first or the third year of after birth. So it symbolizes the purification and initiation into learning. The ninth samskara is Karnaveda Sanskara, and this samskara involves piercing the earlobes of the child, usually performed during the 3rd or the 5th year, and it is believed to enhance hearing ability and protect the child from negative energies. Now, the 10th sanskara is the Upanaya Sanskara, this is one of the most important samskaras, marking as the initiation into formal education and the study of the Vedas. and it is usually performed between the ages of 8 and 12 for the boys. And then next samskara is the Vedarambha Samskara, which is the ceremony to beginning the studies of the Vedas performed after the Upnayana Samskara. So the 12th Samskara is the Keshanta, and this Samskara involves the first shaving of the beard and the hair growth on the face of the boys, marking as onset of adulthood, and it is usually performed around 16 years of age. Now the 13th is the Samavartana Sanskara, also known as the graduation ceremony, and it marks as the completion of formal education and return home from the Gurukula or the teacher's place after the child has returned learning all the Vedas from the place of the Guru. Now, 14th step or passage into the step into life and the samskara is the Vivaha. Vivaha means marriage ceremony, and this marks the union of two individuals and their family, and it is considered to be the most important samskaras in Hinduism. Now, the 15th is the Vanaprastha Samskara, which marks as the transition from the householder stage to the forest dwelling stage, where the individual prepares for renunciation and spiritual pursuits. Now the last samskara, the major one, is the final stage, which is sannyasa. Sannyasa is the final stage of life where the individual renounces all worldly attachments and dedicates themselves entirely to spiritual pursuits. And these 16 major samskaras, accompanied by numerous of minor ones, totaling around 40 in various Hindu traditions. Each samskara holds a significant spiritual, social, and cultural importance, guiding the individuals through various stages of life with rituals, prayers, and rites of passage. So, we explained you these so you have an overall picture of how all samskara works. And Garbha samskara is one of the portion of these samskaras, and this constitute of the first three samskaras where we do Garbha Adhana and the Pumasavanam and the Simatnam, so and also Jatakarnam. So 3 to 4 first initial samskaras are part of the Garbha samskaras basically. So now let's dive into Garbha samskaras in the ancient times. So the quest for the quality birth has been explored by various masters, and each offering different perspective. So one of such masters was Acharya Charaka, and Acharya Charaka mentioned the concept of Shreyasi Praja. Shreyasi Praja means healthy offspring in the Ayurvedic text, and it refers to as the birth of a healthy fetus possessing certain qualities that are beneficial for both society and self. And Acharya Bhagavata dwelled into the idea of creating offspring with specific qualities, and he suggested that couples aspiring for a child with particular attribute should surround themselves with an environment filled with images, stories, and thoughts of personalities embodying the desired qualities. And engaging in intercourse within such an environment is believed to enhance fertility and potentially leading to a birth of a child with desired quality. And this concept was discussed in the book Sharisthasana, and these references serve as the foundation of Garbha Sanskara. So they suggested that the practice of Garbha Sanskara can have an impact on the behavior of the child. So by consciously creating a positive and nurturing environment during pregnancy, parents can potentially influence the development and trait of their unborn child. And while these concepts and practices are mentioned in the ancient texts, it is important to approach them with an open mind and consider them in the context of their cultural and historical background. So modern scientific research is constantly exploring the factors that influence the fetal development and the potential that affects the environment of the child's behavior. Now, the preconception stage. Preconception stage is really regarded as a crucial period that begins 90 days prior to conception, and taking steps to prepare the body and mind prior to conceiving can significantly contribute to healthy pregnancy and well-being of offspring. And WHO, World Health Organization, also recognizes the significance of pre-pregnancy preparation in improving maternal and child health outcomes. So both partners need to engage in preconception preparation, as male health also plays a vital role in the fertility and conception. So to enhance the chances of conception, it's important to focus on male health also. And since it takes about 74 days for the sperm to fully develop and become available for ejaculation, therefore a comprehensive 90 days preparation period is recommended prior to intercourse. So during this preparatory phase, the couple should adopt proper ahara, which is diet habits, vihara, which is lifestyle habit, and sadavritti, which is ethical and moral conduct, in addition to considering any specific treatments or intervention that may be required for their individual circumstances. And these aspects contribute to creating a conducive environment for conception and support optimal health of both the partners. And paying attention to these preconception factors, couples can enhance their chances of achieving a successful pregnancy and promote well-being of both mother and child. So it is advisable to seek guidance from healthcare professionals who can really provide personalized advice and recommendation based on specific needs and circumstances of the couple, since we cannot fully rely on the ancient methods, but we can always take consultation and modify wherever required in order to serve us better. Now, let's look at the preconception or preparatory steps that are mentioned in the ancient texts. So the preparatory steps before conception, known as Garbha Purva Samskara, are of the significant importance. And these rituals and practices acknowledge that the development of the baby's brain begins before the mother becomes aware of her pregnancy. So by following Garbhadhana as well as Purva Samskara, the mother, the expectant father can focus on purifying his body, mind, and energies, which can contribute to the production of healthy sperm and ultimately resulting in the birth of a healthy child. So brain formation really becomes evident as early as 5 weeks into the pregnancy and reaches the completion by 36 weeks. And understanding this timeline is really important, as it is evident that initial 90 days period following the Garbhadhana Purva Samskara is really crucial for the development of the baby's brain. The Garbhadhana Purva Samskara involves the following steps. The first step is Prakriti Parikshana, which is iogonomics, which is the testing of the body type, whether the body type is Vata, Pitta, or Kapha, and modifying the lifestyle accordingly. So next step is Panchakarma Sharir Shuddhi, which is cellular cleansing, and this one includes Rajas Vala Parichaya, which is caring that to be done while taking care during the the care that is required at the time of menstruation cycle in the females, and Shodhana, which is detoxification therapy for both the partners. Then comes the Ahar Shuddhi. Ahar Shuddhi is specific diet plan, both for male and female, that has to be followed, and a specific diet that is healthy for sperm as well as for the ovum. Now, male are usually recommended to intake buttermilk, milk, ghee, rice, wheat, and sweets that are made of nuts and seed that are carrying essential fatty acids. And for female, the diet includes the sesame seeds, various kinds of oil that includes sesame groundnut oil, and as well as sesame as well as groundnut oil, and then black gram and other wholesome foods that are good for the good quality of ovum. Now, the next stage is Vihara Shuddhi, which is in which Ayurveda recommends a special daily routine, starting to wake up from the wet time and during the preconceptional period. Now, the next is Brahmacharya Palana, which is following the celibacy, preventing oneself from overindulgence in sensual pleasure, and focusing on their thoughts and higher truth for the purpose of self-purification. Next is Nadi Shuddhi. Nadi Shuddhi involves the purification of energy channels through combination of pranayama and yoga asana practices, particularly crucial during pregnancy. And throughout the trimester, various yoga practices are recommended to support the different phases of pregnancy. So in the first trimester, asanas like Trikonasana, triangle pose, Sukshma Vyayama, which is rotations and stretchings, and Vrikshasana, the tree pose, are paired with pranayamas like Sitali Pranayama, Brahmari Pranayama, as well as Omakara and Anuloma Viloma Pranayamas are also suggested in the first trimester. And in the second trimester, poses like Gomukh Asana, the cow pose, and the relaxation techniques and gentle asanas, as well as Aloma Viloma and Garbha Chintana are beneficial for along with the Omkar chanting and practices. And in the third trimester, practices like Vajrasana, the diamond pose, and the Uttasana, which is the chair pose, are recommended, along with relaxation exercises like Dhyana Mudra for meditation, and Prayavardhana Shuddhi, which is purification of the environment through offering various medicinal plants and 9 elements into the fire. So the fumes obtained are capable of, when we do this ceremony, which is Praya Varnasa Shuddhi, which is purification of the environment through offering various medicinal plants and 9 elements into the fire. The fume that is obtained through this are capable of energizing the mother as well as her surrounding, and it is believed to prevent evil and the diseases. This one is the last step involved in the preparation work of the Garbhadana proof Samskara. So let's come on to the best time. So after completing the 90-day protocol, it is advised to engage in copulation during Ritu Kala. Ritu Kala means the ovulation period, which is the fertile period of the women's menstrual cycle, and aligning the timing of conception with these natural rhythm is believed to further enhance the chances of successful pregnancy. And these preconception rituals and practices have cultural and traditional significance in certain communities. And while they may not be universally followed, they highlight the importance of preparing both the body and mind prior to conception and recognizing the early stages of fetal development and aligning the conception with favorable circumstances. And it is really important to know that individual beliefs and practices may vary, and seeking guidance from healthcare professionals in order to, if anybody is willing to implement any of these into their lives, they can always seek healthcare professional guidance to ensure a holistic and informed approach to preconception and pregnancy care. Now, let's look into the relevance of Garbha Samskara in the modern world. So, in today's fast-paced era, marked by lack of quality of relationship, high level of stress, tension, insecurity, and even depression, so here, maintaining a healthy pregnancy in midst of these negative circumstances can be really challenging. So a prevalent fast-paced culture and negative environment surrounding us can inadvertently impact the well-being of the baby in the womb. And also exposure to negativity can really impart undesirable values and traits to the children. So to counteract this, it's really crucial to ensure that the baby receives an abundance of positive learning and virtues during the prenatal phase. So in the context of Garbha Samskara, it has emerged as an indispensable practice that is an important as well as regular requirement for a healthy pregnancy. So just as a medical checkups ensure the physical well-being of the mother and the baby, Garbha Samskara safeguards the spiritual and emotional development of the unborn baby. So Garbha Samskara really offers a holistic approach that encourages the parents to create a nurturing and positive environment for the baby in the womb. And by embracing Garbha Samskara, parents can consciously impart virtuous values and positive energies, as well as provide a harmonious environment for their unborn baby. And through Garbha Samskara, parents can counterbalance external negativity by fostering an environment which is rich in love, positivity, and moral values. And this practice allows the baby to absorb and internalize these positive influences, ensuring a strong foundation for future growth and development. And in the face of challenges posed by the modern life, Garbha Samskara can serve as a guiding light, reminding us the importance of nurturing the unborn child with positive and virtuous teachings. And by actively participating in Garbha Samskara practices, parents can contribute to the well-rounded development of their children, cultivating a future based on strength, resilience, and moral values. So although Garbha Samskara is deeply meaningful practice, it's really important for us to remember that it may not work in all aspects for everyone. So this is important to ensure that the practices are tailored to the individual needs and cultural context, and it can then create an environment of trust and support for both mother and the unborn child. And by embracing the Garbha Samskara, parents can really counteract all the negative influence of the fast-paced modern world and foster a nurturing and positive environment for their babies that are filled with spiritual, emotional, and moral values to be imparted to the little one. Now let's look into the benefits of Garbha Samskara. So before delving into the benefits of Garbha Samskara, it's very much important for us to recognize that it is both science and art. So the process of Garbha Samskara really begins when a couple decides to bring a new life into the world, and the goal is to attain an optimal state of physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, establishing the nurturing environment for the growth of divine soul within a spiritually and physically healthy womb. And during pregnancy, it's so crucial for both the father and the mother to understand their responsibility in providing an unborn child with an atmosphere induced with positivity, confidence, health, and brilliance. And these qualities should become ingrained in the nature of the child and allowing them to adapt to the virtues taught by the parents at deeper and faster level. So consequently, such children tend to develop strong emotional bonds with their parents and exhibit exceptional health, brilliance, and intelligence. And it is indeed true that a child's development during pregnancy can be shaped according to the desired qualities. However, in today's fast-paced lifestyle, the pursuit of material possession, inside of the pursuit of material possession, we often overlook this wonderful ancient science and its potential benefits. So now let's look at the benefits of Garbha Sanskaras for mitigating stress. So practicing the selected aspects of Garbha Sanskaras have been found to have significant positive effects on the pregnant women, and it has been seen that the women who engage in specific practices of Garbha Sanskara experience reduced level of stress and improved coping strategies and overall sense of well-being. And by incorporating these selected aspects of Garbha Sanskaras into their daily routine, mothers can really create a nurturing and positive environment for themselves as well as for the babies. And this might include practices that are already part of the yogic lifestyle, that includes meditation, deep breathing, listening to soothing music, engaging in positive chanting, affirmation, chanting the mantras to raise their vibration, connecting with their baby quite often, and adding the bonding activities. And all of these practices can be profound as they will help the mothers to elevate stress, enhance their ability to cope with the challenges of pregnancy, and promote overall mental and emotional well-being. And when a mother experiences a sense of calm and positivity, it can really have a positive impact on the development and the well-being of the unborn child. Now let's look at the nurturing virtues and values in the babies. So when we talk about nurturing various values in the babies, then Garbha Sanskara offers range of certain practices that can help us develop those good virtues in the baby. So the first one is Sankalpa Puja. And the second one is Garbhadhana. Third one is Om Savan Sanskar. Fourth one is the Simantoayan Sanskar. And the fifth one is the Vedic Mantra Vrishti. And then is Garbh Samvad, and then is Yoga Nidra. And these practices aim to impart values to the unborn child through the mother's participation and involvement. So let's understand all of them in detail. So first is Sankalpa Puja. In the Vedic Indian tradition, the commencement of any auspicious endeavors involves the practice of Sankalpa Pujan. And through Sankalpa Pujan, heartfelt prayers are offered to the divine deity, the Navagrahas, which is the 9 celestial bodies, and Nakshatras, the lunar mansions, and you can also say the 9 planets. So the process of visualizing and asking nature through the prayer to obtain a healthy and happy child or child with qualities the couple wishes for. And this process is performed as a ritual by taking blessings from the elders and personal deities. And the purpose of this sacred ritual is to seek strength and determination to successfully carry the pregnancy to full term. And additionally, the prayers also seek blessings upon both the mothers and the child, invoking the divine qualities such as wisdom, health, positivity to accompany them through the pregnancy journey. The next stage is Garbhodana, which is the initial sanskar representing the enthusiastic prayer for the child, And this sacred ritual is performed to fulfill the parental duty of carrying forward the lineage. And in order to conceive a virtuous child, both the mother and the father should cultivate pure thoughts and adhere to the guidelines laid down in the Shastras, the sacred text, the sacred Hindu ancient text. So it is imperative to have godly qualities embodied by the parents in order to raise a morally upright child within the society. Now the next stage comes is the Poon Savan Sanskar. So the Poon Savan Sanskar is where every individual embodies both feminine and masculine energies. So the Poon Savan Sanskar is a sacred ritual that aims to enhance the masculine energy within the unborn child, and this ceremonial practice is believed to contribute to the child's overall well-being, fostering good health, strength, and intellectual brilliance. And during the Poon Savan Sanskar, the parents observe a specific set of rituals, and they commence by taking the purifying bath and subsequently offering the prayers to Lord Ganpati or Ganesha, seeking the child's good health, well-being, and prosperous future. Many individuals also engage in performing yajna, which is the sacred fire ceremony, and recite the Gayatri mantra, the mantra of the divine goddess Gayatri, on this auspicious occasion. And as a part of yajna kheer, the fire ceremony, a kheer is the sweet rice pudding is offered, and the parents consume it as prasadam, which is the blessed food with the divine blessings. And following this, they seek blessings from their elders and family. And additionally, some individuals may opt to perform Gaudan, which is donating a cow, or Punyadan, which is performing the acts of charity, depending on their financial capabilities. Now, next comes is the Simantayan Sanskar. This sanskar holds significance as the third rite among the 16 samskaras in the Vedic tradition that we discussed earlier. So this ritual is conducted during the 7th month of pregnancy. Firstly, it aims to safeguard against miscarriage and ensure the well-being and security of the unborn child. Additionally, this samskara is conducted to enhance the fortune and the future prospects of the child. And another crucial aspect of this sanskar is mentally preparing the mother for childbirth and providing her with positive guidance and thoughts. So a puja, ritualistic worship, is performed to purify the atmosphere and seek divine blessings for the well-being and the serenity of both the mother and the child. And this ritual creates a joyous and festive environment, uplifting the spirits of the pregnant women. Further, it ensures a positive mindset, and the expectant mothers should maintain virtuous thoughts at all times. Placing a picture of their favorite deities in home and engaging in reading scriptures like Gita alongside daily activities can be beneficial, and it is advisable for her to avoid engaging with thrilling books and movies. So during the solar and lunar eclipses, it is advised that a woman refrains from using any kind of weapons, while during regular times, violent thoughts also should be avoided. So the husband should actively contribute to maintaining the wife's peace and cheerfulness throughout the entire phase. Now, the next stage is the Vedic mantra Vishuddhi. So the Vedas contain sacred mantras specifically designed for pregnancy, known for their miraculous impact on the developing fetus. And these powerful mantras originate from the Rig Vedas, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Arthveda. The chanting of these mantras is entrusted to most knowledgeable Vedic Brahmins who strictly adhere to exacting the rules of Varna. Varna means pronunciation. and swar. Swar means intonation, and matra. Matra means the duration, and balam. Balam means strength in chanting the word, and sama. Sama means the rhythm, and santana, which is the sequence. So these Vedic Garbha Sanskar mantras have been discovered to possess divine and positive effects, benefiting both the child and the mother. And Garbha Samvad is the next stage in the rituals. So Garbha Samvad is the word that refers to dialogue or communication. And Garbh means the womb. So communication with the womb or inside the womb. So it holds the immense significance in the process of Garbha Sanskara. While the baby may not be able to comprehend the words in the early stage of pregnancy, they are sensitive to the emotion and feelings conveyed through the voice of the mother. And it enforces blissful moments of pregnancy and fosters a bond that will endure for a lifetime. And this practice of communication during pregnancy has gained widespread acceptance and has substantiated by numerous of scientific studies also these days. Now, next practice is Yoga Nitra. So pregnancy entails a multitude of responsibilities, from managing physical changes to concerns about baby's well-being, etc. So further, the mother experiences a lot of anxiety during delivery also, and so there are so many advices from the friends and family, all of that surrounding, and that can make her more confused and anxious at times. So it's really natural to experience physical and mental fatigue during this period. So Yoga Nidra here can play a very beautiful role, as it's a guided meditation, which is guided first stage of which is a guided relaxation technique, which is designed to facilitate mental, physical, and emotional rejuvenation. And this guided practice ensures calmness and renewed energy, and it serves as a valuable resource in restoring the well-being during pregnancy. And creating a positive environment during pregnancy is considered to be most effective way to nurture a healthy and intelligent baby. So chanting mantras and listening to the music that generates powerful sound waves can have numerous of benefits for spiritual development of both mother and the child. And by engaging in these practices, mothers can really create an atmosphere that supports the overall well-being of the baby. And the vibration and positive energy generated by these rituals have the potential to positively impact the emotional, mental, and spiritual growth of the unborn child. So it's really important for us to note that Garbha Sanskar practice should be pursued under guidance of experts and in conjunction with the regular prenatal care. Even if anybody is opting for practicing all these rituals, they might want to do it with an expert in the field who can guide us through proper rituals and proper steps of these practices. And they should also be adapted to suit the personal beliefs and personal need of each individual. And hence, by really embracing Garbha Sanskara and incorporating these rituals and practices, mother can certainly contribute to the holistic development of their babies and foster value and create a positive foundation for their child's future. Now, let's look at fostering the connection between mother and child. Now, Garbha Sanskara really encompasses with the practice of Garbha Samvad, which we discussed, the communication inside the womb. So this involves communicating with the unborn child, and this process not only strengthens the bond between the mother and baby, but also promotes sense of relaxation within the womb. And it is not limited to the mother alone. Other family members are also encouraged to speak to the baby and engage in conversation with the baby constantly, especially around 26-week mark. of pregnancy, babies begin to respond to external sounds, and speaking to the baby during this period can really enhance their language development, their memory, and their hearing abilities. And interactive communication serves as a valuable tool for stimulating the baby's senses and foster overall cognitive growth. So engaging in Garbh Samvad allows a nurturing environment in which the baby can feel connected, comforted, and emotionally supported. And it also provides an opportunity for the family members to establish a bond with the unborn child and actively participate in their developmental journey. And through these interactions, the baby can receive positive stimulation and exposure to the language and establish a foundation for a future language skill as well as cognitive abilities. So really encouraging open, loving communication with the unborn child through Garbh Samvada can contribute to their holistic development and create a sense of closeness within the family, even before their arrival. So let's look at the role of brain development of the baby through Garbh Samskara. So Garbh Samskara can really play a very vital role in creating a positive environment for the mother, and engaging in Garbh Samskara practices can lead to release of endorphins, which is the feel-good hormones, and create a sense of well-being for the mother. And it has also been observed that these practices can reduce brain shrinkage and promote cognitive functions in the mother. And the benefits of Garbh Samskara extend beyond the mother's well-being, as they are certainly passed down to the baby, and the baby's brain do receive external stimulation through Garbh Samskara, which paves the way for intellectual development as well. And by actively participating in Garbh Samskara, mothers experience an uplifted state of mind, and thanks to the release of endorphins in the brain, and this positively affect their emotional health and overall well-being. And also engaging in these practices sometimes helps prevent brain fog or any kind of cognitive dysfunctionality that mother might experience during pregnancy. So when we look at the development of the baby, this will really foster cognitive growth and lay a foundation for a baby that will enhance the baby's learning capabilities as well as intellectual capabilities. And it also helps mothers to cultivate a positive mindset that leads to a sense of overall well-being for herself and for the baby. And it also provides stimulation to the baby's brain to nurture their intellectual potential, and also setting the stage for future cognitive development. Now let's look at easing pregnancy. The Garbh Samskara plays a significant role in making pregnancy experience smoother and more comfortable. The inclusion of Garbh Samskara Yoga Asana not only helps alleviate common discomfort like back pain and other aches, etc., but also enhances the chances of full-term normal delivery with minimal labor pain. And yoga has really emerged as an excellent exercise option for the pregnant woman. And when the mother incorporates the Garbh Samskara Yoga Asanas into their daily routine, mothers can really find various physical benefits and really allow their body to improve and promote sense of strength and flexibility in the body. And this also contributes to their pregnancy experience and also have a positive impact on their labor as well as delivery process. So the combination of yoga asanas, which are postures as well as breathing techniques, relaxation techniques, help really prepare the mother's body for a delivery. And by strengthening the muscles and promoting better blood circulation, yoga in itself can increase the likelihood of a beautiful wonderful, pain-free, I wouldn't say pain-free, but then less delivery that is peaceful. And by embracing Garbha Sanskar Yogasanas, mother will certainly nurture her physical, emotional, and spiritual health, and she will elevate any kind of mental or emotional stress, and as well as any physical discomfort that she might be facing at that point in time. So by embracing other principles and all the practices that are mentioned in Garbha Sanskaras, mothers can really tap into the wealth of knowledge and practices that have the potential of positively influencing the growth and development of the baby. And it does offer holistic approach to nurturing an unborn child and create a harmonious bond between parents and the children, and also foster so many different virtues and qualities that will go beyond material possessions and the worldly achievement, and hopefully create a being or a child that is a lot more valuable to the society and has qualities of selflessness and selfless service, and carries a sense of compassion and kindness that will ultimately create a better world. With that, I hope this was helpful and contributed to you, and through these practices and understanding of these ancient wisdom, you will be able to contribute to the lives of the mother more deeply. With that, thank you and namaste.